going to show you my 3-pillar framework for biological upgrade that I use for me and my clients. And you may ask, what is biological upgrade? Biological upgrade is basically building muscle faster than ever before, having more energy than ever before, having more strength than ever before, look the best ever, having the best health, the best focus, the best digestion, which I think is more important than just having big muscles. And the first pillar is the primal nutrition, which the goal is to rebuild your internal systems. Internal systems, I'd say, starts in the gut. You've probably heard this before, that your gut is your second brain, or the gut is where all diseases start. And this is actually true, or partially true. And if your gut is inflamed, it has problems, it is destroyed, you will not be able to absorb the nutrients properly. You will not be able to produce the neurotransmitters, the hormones properly that will help you look better, build more muscle, have more strength, have more vitality, more health. And when you have gut issues, everything else in your life will be harder. You will not be able to focus properly. You have lower energy. You have mood swings, depression, anxiety, harder time building muscle. So your gut is the first thing that we have to fix, the first thing that we have to address. And this is what I've achieved. Just some proof here. This was me before doing basically the bro diet, the chicken and rice, the broccoli, the oats, banana, protein powders, peanut butters, all of these mainstream diet that all bodybuilders do, fitness influencers do. And that's when I look at the worst. I was inflamed, receded jawline, small jawline, bad skin, inflamed, baggy eyes. You can clearly see baggy eyes here. My beard was horrible. My hair quality was horrible. And a few years later, I made a lot of progress. And this was when I was 21. So some people may say, oh, it's just puberty. But puberty is between 16, 18, 17, something like that. Here I was 21. And then as I learned more and I started to experimenting things, new diets, lifestyle changes, everything, I had a lot of changes in my looks, physique, strength, energy, focus, how I feel. Everything changed. You can clearly see here, I can grow a full beard now. My skin is better, my hair quality is better, my jaw had a bit of forward growth, a more wider jaw. And this is mainly because I fixed my diet. I think fixing your diet is like 80-90%, and the rest is other few things I'll talk about later or in another video. I don't know. But I started eating more animal-based diet, which is crucial for health, for vitality, energy, all of these things that I'm saying. And this is my client. This is just a few months of evolution. To have like a big difference, it takes years, especially with your facial structure, with your facial features, how good you look. Physique is something that 3-4 months you see a big progress. My client here, you can see here, face was kind of inflamed. Here, less inflammation in the face, but there's a lot of things we have to work. His physique changed, you can clearly see here, he's bigger, looking more aesthetic than ever before. But his energy went through the roof. He was feeling better than ever before. And how do you do it? First off, prioritize animal foods: meat, milk, eggs, fats, and organs. This is not a carnivore diet. You eat fruits, you eat potatoes, which is essential. Carbs are essential. It's not a carnivore diet or a keto diet here. But these foods should be prioritized because they are the most nutrient-dense foods. And also seafood is important, like the oysters, the fish, very important for the minerals that you may not have from land animals. Ditch industrial products. Important here, you have to cut the seed oils, the processed garbage, the sugars. You need to cut this off. This will make a big difference, especially with inflammation, hunger levels, cravings. Focus on digestion. Raw enzymes from raw foods, very important for your digestion, to heal your gut, to make your gut work properly so you can absorb the nutrients how it's supposed to be, so you can produce the hormones, the neurotransmitters. Raw fats from the animals and natural bacteria, of course. So implementing some raw foods is very important here. Meat, eggs, fish, dairy, very important here. Pasteurized dairy, I would avoid completely. And eat to fuel recovery, strength, and libido, not just calories. Most people focus on eating calories to macros and how many proteins they're consuming. That's the wrong thing to focus. You need to focus on fueling your body what it needs to recover, for you to feel energetic, to feel great, to build the strength. You need a nutrient-dense, easily digestible diet. And I made a free food guide from foods that I eat, my clients eat, and a shopping list so you can have more of an idea. And of course, this is not what I eat or my clients eat. Everyone is individual, need different ratios of carbs, proteins, fats, other foods, all of that, minerals, all of that. But you'll have an idea of what we eat. And there's some meal ideas that you can implement. You can try it out and see in, I'd say 7 days, 14 days, if you follow it, you'll see some improvement in energy digestion. Yeah, you just have to put your email, is in the second link in the description, put your email and you get it. It's free. The second pillar, high frequency street building training. Street building is basically a mix of street lifting and kind of a bodybuilding approach, or some exercise from bodybuilding like isolation, barbell movements, machines, depending on the person's goals or what his physique needs. And this will help you build a powerful aesthetic and functional physique. The main movements would be the pull-up, the dips, and some sort of squat, leg press, or whatever you like or you enjoy doing. This is what I do. This is what I try to put my clients to do, if they want, of course. But I believe that having the pull-ups, the dips as the base for upper body will give you the most aesthetic physique possible. And this is me. This picture is from last year, January, February 2024. I was 91 kilograms here. Right now I'm 96, 95, a little bit more body fat, but I've made quite some progress. But since then, I haven't took any pictures to post, anything at all, to see my physique progress. But I probably will do a cut next year and see how my physique evolved. And why this approach? Your body adapts best to frequency, to high frequency. This is what I've seen throughout these last 2 years, prepping for competitions and all of that. Your body adapts better to high frequency, skill-based strength work. Street building combines street lifting and bodybuilding. Like I said, strength with shape. Consistency is more important than intensity. Train often, recover smarter, and move better. The more experienced I get with training, the more I focus on recovery, because I know how important it is, recovery, and being consistent in the gym is more important than pushing hard all the time. Remember, we don't want to be bodybuilders. We want to build health and aesthetics and strength. Now, how do you do it? Train main lifts multiple times per week, pull-ups, dips, isolation for arms, squats, presses with barbell, can be overhead press, bench press, whatever you like. Rows for the back. Focus on progressive overload with control and form, important. Use high frequency training to develop muscle density and neuromuscular mastery. Yes, this will help you a lot with developing strength, repeating the movement a lot of times, especially movement that you move your body through space, like pull-ups and dips, will help you tons with body mastery. Blend calisthenics and weighted work for the perfect physique balance. This is 2 of my clients that made a lot of progress. This client was doing what I was doing, the bro diet. It was training for, I think, a year, almost 2 years. He was doing this bro diet, and we changed that completely. And he's training, of course, high frequency based training. And this is just 2 months. He made more progress in just 2.5 months than 1 year of training alone. And this is another client. He had just a pull-up bar. This is like a 3-month evolution or 4-month evolution, I don't remember. But he just had a pull-up bar and made it more progress than people that go to the gym for a whole year. We focus on the basics, the pull-ups and the push-ups. He had a few, like 2-3 kilograms, and we added that on the pull-up eventually. But we're doing a lot of pull-ups, a lot of push-ups, and variations of these exercises, and he had a good physique. So if you are a guy who's tried everything and you want to get to the next level, you want to feel the healthiest, have more energy, more focus, more strength, build muscle faster than ever before, go in the first link in the description, book a free call. Let's see if we can work together. And the thing is, if we work for 30 days straight and you don't see progress or you're not satisfied with my work, you get all your money back. So you don't lose nothing. I'm the only one losing here if I don't do my job right. So the third pillar, deep recovery and lifestyle habits. This is like the last part of the pillar. This will maximize testosterone through recovery and lifestyle, which is important. Here is a good example: being in nature, barefoot, grounding, having fresh air. These types of things that will kind of do the last part, like the last 10%. This is some of my clients' progress. Again, sleep before and after, improve his sleep a lot. Here, a message he sent me. His energy is the best ever. He feels pretty well recovered. No more brain fog, mental tiredness. And yeah, this is what happens when you start worrying about your biology and internal systems. And why that? Growth happens outside the gym, when you recover, when you are in this sympathetic state. Hormones, sleep, and recovery dictate how strong and aesthetic you become. Most men are overstressed, underslept, and disconnected from natural rhythms. And this, I believe, affects your recovery, your health, your stress levels, your hormones, which are crucial for feeling great and having energy and health. And how do you do it? Prioritize sunlight exposure every morning for circadian rhythm. If you don't have sun, or now that it's winter, you have to make sure your diet is dialed in. Raw milk, fish like salmon, wild-caught salmon, tuna, meat, eggs, all these foods contain some vitamin D that will help you at least maintain your levels. Sleep optimization, dark room, early nights, no blue light. Support digestion, chew well, relax, eat raw for natural enzyme balance. Cold exposure in the winter can be helpful, not cold baths. I don't like that because it's very stressful. Grounding, deep breathing, reconnect with your nervous system. Very important. Live like a man. Design for nature, not for screens. Important. Talk to people. Don't be in your screen all the time. Doom scrolling. This will wreck your dopamine. Try to live as natural as possible. So that was it for this video. I hope you learned and enjoyed. If you want the coaching, go to the first link in the description. No results, all your money back. Results are guaranteed. So yeah, see you on the next video.